People often ask me the question, are there foods that actually help fight cancer? The answer is yes. And on today's show, we're going to talk about those cancer-fighting foods, so stay by. Welcome to Abundant Living. I am Paula Akins, and this is my husband, Curtis Akins.
Thank you very much.
And we're glad to be able to be with you today. And we've got some exciting foods that we're going to be talking about today on the show.
And these are the cancer-fighting foods.
The
cancer fighters.
Yes. As a matter of fact, all the foods that we are going to be doing on the show today are the foods that are recommended by the American Cancer Society. And lots of color. Believe it or not, people are surprised because the Cancer Society, Curtis, actually talks about more fruits and more vegetables, and also talks about more whole grain foods as well. So all those type of foods are going to be on the show. And
also talk about more of the legume family as well.
Legumes are going to be
and
on
less
as well.
Of the meats, red meat.
Yes.
And so therefore, it's a good combination.
Yes.
Lower in the red meats, and sometimes some people take no meats at all.
No meats.
And also increase the fruits and vegetables.
And also, that also means, as we've always talked about on Abundant Living, that also means lowering that salt amount, lowering that sugar amount. All those are also a key as well.
I'm just thinking about it too. Those who may be watching for the first time, we've said this many times before in Abundant Living. God's original diet is a plant-based diet.
Absolutely.
And therefore, it's a Genesis 1:29 and Genesis 3:18 is a plant-based diet. And with that in mind, there's a lot of fruits, there's a lot of vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and no meat at all. So again, that's what the American Cancer Society is moving closer to that diet as well.
Well, you know, we're going to be doing a lot of color and stuff on this program. And, you know, I hope they have their pencil and their paper out because, you know, we're going to go to our very first recipe, which is a green and orange salad. Let's look at the recipe. It calls for 2 cups of romaine lettuce, 1 tablespoon of canola oil, 1 orange, 1 cup of red grapes, seedless, 1 pear, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, fresh, 1 teaspoon of tarragon, and 1/4 teaspoon of dried mint, and we're going to use that for a garnish.
Okay, so this is not your typical tossed salad. You know, you have the fruit in here.
I kind of call it a fruity salad, really, because it does have an orange and it has the grapes and it also has the pears in it as well. All right.
All right.
And notice that when I said the romaine, you can use romaine lettuce, you can use the green leaf lettuce, you can use the red leaf. And for color, I've got a combination of the romaine and the red leaf lettuce as well. And one of the things that I'm going to do, Curtis, is I'm going to take the lettuce and I'm going to just start breaking it up. And I do that because if you break it with your fingers, it will not turn on you like it would if you use a sharp knife on it.
Oh, okay.
So if you use a sharp knife, of course, it will turn brown in just a little bit of matter of few seconds with the oxidation.
Okay.
So we're going to use the romaine and red leaf combination. It's going to make a real nice presentation.
Now I noticed you almost said iceberg. You said the word ice.
And the reason why, why aren't we using iceberg in this particular one?
Oh, you asking me the question?
Yeah, I'm asking
you
that question.
That wasn't really in the script though. But I'll answer it anyway because you asked.
Okay.
Iceberg is basically 98% water.
That's right.
98. So again, might as well go ahead and drink some water. But no nutritional value basically at all in the iceberg lettuce. So we're using this romaine and
romaine or green leaf or red leaf. Okay. Combination. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you right now what we got here is we got a couple things. Number one, in your group over there, you have the lemon juice and you also have the tarragon and you've got the mint and you've got the canola. And I'm going to set this over to the side for a minute here because this is a navel orange. And I'm going to cut the orange up to put inside the salad. And while I'm doing that, you can go ahead on and begin putting your combination together, which is going to be your lemon juice, the canola, and you've got the tarragon and also the
put all these 3 in here.
And then you're going to switch that up. So I'm going to go ahead and start my orange. Now I like the navel orange. It's sweet, all right, and it's a real simple one to put together. And you know what? Sometime when you do lettuce, Curtis, you'll discover that the salad within a day or so will wilt on you. I like this one because of the lemon and also the orange. this salad will last a couple days, believe it or not.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take off the rest of this white here.
And speaking of the cancer-fighting foods, the lemon, orange, the limonene, that whole family has some cancer fighters in there as well. So this is a good cancer-fighting
A good starter.
Salad.
Yes. A cancer-fighting salad. And what about the red grapes?
Now, red grape is very powerful. It's been clinically proven to be a very powerful anti-cancer properties, particularly in the skin of the red grape. We call that resveratrol. So the red grape is very powerful in initiation and promotion stage. Those are the first two stages of cancer development. And the red grape has shown to really slow down or halt the stages in those two stages of cancer. Now, again, a lot of people ask, what about grape juice? Grape juice does not have resveratrol. Now, alcohol does have it, but of course, the alcohol, red wine, I should say, but the alcohol, because it's also a cancer promoter, that's not the best choice. So the red grape, particularly the skin of the red grape, and the Thompson or the green grape does not have resveratrol, so we're looking at the red grape.
So you want to make sure that you get the red grape.
The red grape.
What about that dark blue grape? How can that help at all?
Well, the dark blue grape does not have resveratrol, and that's what we want, but it does have high in antioxidant properties, which again is a inhibitor of the free radicals. And I know I get into a lot of detail here, but again, we need antioxidants because by breathing, by oxygen exchange, we produce free radicals. So therefore, just like if you cut an apple, once the air hits the apple turns. What will prevent that apple from turning? You put something that has antioxidant, which is lemon juice. So that's the way that works.
So we got a combination now. We got that lemon. I'm just going to take a look at this side of this orange.
Okay, looking good, baby.
On top of that.
All right.
And as I said before, we have our pears.
Okay.
Just kind of cut them up, and we're going to put the pears around. And, you know, we had this not too long ago, and you like this combination also.
Yes, it's been a while, but I'll be having it again today.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, this is in your, this one of your recipes. I know we just put this together.
We have a supplemental pack now
out,
and in these combinations, these things that we're doing, this particular one is going to be in a supplemental pack, okay?
Okay.
Put the grapes on there.
The red grape.
Red grapes. That's one of your
With
favorites.
the skins, yes.
The skin
I like all types of grapes.
Well, you know, this recipe is really a recipe that I've seen some time ago, and I use it. It talked about taking the grape and cutting the grape in half.
Yeah.
But I like the grape on top just like that 'cause I think it has a prettier presentation, all right? And what we're going to do now is just take this combination. Which
and just going to drizzle?
And we're going to drizzle it on top.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to move that over towards you, and you can drizzle that for us.
Just going to drizzle a little bit.
Drizzle all around and make sure you get that right there in the middle there. Yes. And that's also a pretty presentation. That has that peppermint also. Over here, baby.
Yes, baby.
Okay.
How about that, honey?
That is wonderful. That's
it's wonderful. Just
and
marvelous.
See how
just
fast
marvelous.
And quick that was.
And there you have
the
it.
Salad is ready to go, you know, and that's a salad. And you know, the roughage, the salad is very, very good. Not just, once again, for just a cancer fighter, but we should have that roughage, you know, every day. Get that roughage in, and it's very, very good for the body system. Coloring, once again, I like about the whole food group when we talk about cancer fighters, is coloring.
Yes.
You know, God put and placed into this particular family, when we talk about the fruits and the vegetables and the whole grain, He put those colors there to entice us.
Because we eat with our eyes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it must look appealing.
Well, I know one thing. I know people ask me a question, that is, they said, okay, what other foods can we possibly use? Well, how about we're going to actually be doing a fish cake. We're going to make fish cakes. Fish cakes. So let's go to the actual recipe.
Okay.
It calls for 1 cup of water, 1 cup of yellow split peas, 1 cup of instant oats, 3 garlic cloves chopped, 1 medium onion chopped, 2 stalks of celery chopped, 1 cup of parsley fresh, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, 3 tablespoons of lime juice fresh, 2 tablespoons of kelp powder, 1/2 cup of coconut minced, and 1 2-ounce jar of pimentos, 1 tablespoon of chives, and 3 tablespoons of canola oil. Now, I know people ask the question, is it possible to make mock fish patties?
Is it possible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, we're going to be putting some different things in our food processor, and you're going to be amazed. And you wait till you make it. You're going to be really shocked.
Now, this is a vegetarian show.
Now,
plant-based,
yes, it is.
so
and I already said mock fish patties.
Mock, okay.
And so we called for 1 cup of water, and then it called for the 1 cup of actually yellow split peas.
Okay.
And what happens is as you put the water in there and let it sit overnight in a container, it will actually soften up the peas itself. And believe it or not, it will yield over 2 cups of yellow split peas. How about that? Look at that. This is all that. It swells up, okay? I'm going to go ahead on and start in. If you give me a spatula there, Curtis, because this has quite a few things that actually go in it. I'm going to go ahead on and put in the split peas first.
Now, you can get split peas at any grocery store?
Any grocery store. Okay. Yellow split peas.
Yellow split peas.
Yeah, the green split peas. All of those are in your regular grocery, your local grocery store, okay?
Okay.
So it's not, a bean is hard to find.
Okay.
People always say it looks like corn, but it's not corn, as you can give it
corn.
notice. It went inside there, okay? Now, next what we're going to do, Curtis, we're going to put all the rest of the ingredients in. While I'm getting ready to do that, I would like for you, we got the garlic right there.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cut the onions up real quick here.
Want me to
you go ahead and do the
dice
garlic.
the garlic?
We're going to put the garlic in there. And we're going to put the onions in. And you know, because it's going to go in a food processor, it can actually be large pieces. So, you know, we don't have to worry about it because the food processor is going to actually break it all up anyway, all right?
I'm talking about the cancer fighters.
About the cancer
garlic
fighters.
Is a powerful cancer fighter.
Yes, yes. And I guess the onion, because it's a cousin.
Well, yeah, the onion's in the same family.
Yes. I'm going to be putting together also, here's our celery. I know that's another good one of those cancer fighter foods. Big chunks of celery is going in there as well. And I'm going to put that in. I mean, we just putting it on in there. How about that? Okay. And don't cut them up too fine because it's just going to go right on in there, baby.
Okay. It's too late now, baby. I'm finished.
Okay, no, just go ahead on. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and dump that in. I'm going to go ahead and get some more parsley. I mean, this is the celery. Going to put that in. Okay. And
I'm all finished there.
If you will take that parsley there for me, and you can go ahead and break that up a little bit. Here we go. That's going to go in also.
Okay.
All right.
Want me just to kind of chop this up a little bit?
Yeah. Now, isn't parsley is another one of those cancer-fighting foods? Just cut it in half. That's all you have to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to put in the instant oats. And let's move that all around. Move it all around.
Okay. Now, rolled oats won't work.
No, this is instant oats.
You need instant.
This particular one.
Just checking. Just checking.
All right. Now, what you can do is we can go ahead on. Let's take the parsley.
Now, again, you did say fish cakes.
That's
because
it.
Right now, looking at this
I know.
So far.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
I understand. I'm just checking.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the fish cake recipe.
That's right. They're going to be calling in on this one. And this is one of our family favorite ones anyway. Every time we make this up, you know. Okay, we got that in there. And you know what? I'm going to start the first spin. And then we're going to add the other ingredients to this also as well.
Okay.
You want to make sure that you get all those split peas in, so just kind of turn around a little bit.
Now, do the split peas have to be the yellow ones?
Yeah, for this particular recipe,
because they're different color split peas.
Yeah, everything's about aesthetics and the color. We're going to try to make. We're going to make these into fish patties. So you want the coloring is very, very important because we eat with our eyes. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on again, and we're going to go ahead and spin it. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting in all the rest of the ingredients to make this patty up. All right. We have the lime. We're going to put in curds, and we're going to add in. We've got our other spices here, the coconut and
pimentos.
I'm going to go ahead on and pour those on top. Now this
now that's the lime juice.
Okay.
Fresh lime juice.
Got the thyme. Going to put that in the seasoning.
Thyme and thyme.
And we got the
whichever you prefer.
as well.
Sea salt in there.
We're going to put the coconut. And
got the lime and the coconut.
This is the secret. This is the secret that actually gives it that texture when you bite into it, as though it's actually fish.
So we're revealing all of our secrets on this show.
That's all right, because they see
that's
everything
all right.
now anyway.
Okay, well, okay, that's all right.
It is pretty. It's not only that, it's pretty. You know?
Okay.
And then lastly, we're going to put in the kelp. And this is what really gives it the fish
that really brings it out,
flavor.
the kelp.
Yeah, I'm going to put the kelp in. All right. I'm going to put that lid back on top of
Very
that.
good.
Spin it again. moving it down, and this is the last time, and you can see it's making, see how soft it's becoming? It's getting that texture like that of patties. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and put that in. And Curtis, I talked about that canola oil, which we're going to be using. And you know, we always talk about heat your skillet up, so go ahead and get your skillet ready to go. Turn it on.
What you want up to about maybe 300?
About 3. Let's put it on 300.
Okay, so
and,
on 3.
I'm going to, once I finish this next time around, we're going to start making the patties to put in there. Now, you know, once again, we said this before, and we'll say it again. When we're talking about trying to cut back on the fats and the oils in the diet, and whether it's cancer, fighter foods, or heart disease, or diabetes, then we want to make sure we don't use as much as our recipe might call for. All right? Now, this one says for 3 tablespoons because we're going to make a lot of patties, right? What I'm going to do, we always start at heating up our skillet first. If you heat the skillet first, then you actually use less oil, all right? And so that's going to heat up, and then you're going to take and pour a little bit of your oil in there. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and continue to spin this around.
So I'll start pouring the oil in here now?
Yeah.
Let me see. It's heated.
And you give me that larger bowl over there.
Okay.
If you give me that bowl right there, what I will do is I'm going to pour this in here when we get done. So just do about maybe half of it. That's enough.
Oh.
That's enough.
Oh, okay.
And then you have a spatula over there. You can kind of move it around inside there, okay?
Right.
I'm going to, meanwhile, go and do this one more time. Well, I said one more. I said one more.
So now we can make patties out of those.
We can make patties, okay? Now, what I usually do is turn this off, lift this up,
okay.
And we're going to pour the contents.
Let me get that middle one
into
out.
The bowl. Oh, I can hold it by my, my
okay.
finger there, believe it or not. Okay.
So now this is the substance for the fish patties.
This is what's for the fish patties. And you just got finished making a comment about the parsley,
yes.
How important the lemon juice is, all the goodies in here.
Right.
You know, of course, the split pea is in the legume family.
Legume family,
okay.
That's true.
And so with that in mind, we got the legumes in here as well. This makes
honey?
a wonderful, you can put that over there for me.
Okay.
Thank you. And we're going to go ahead on and get that in there. All right. And we're going to just do a few of the patties because at the end of the show, I will be showing you what that looks like. I got that going over there. And now we need a nice spoon. I'm going to go ahead and spray my hands because I'm getting ready to really, Get me a spoon there. I'm going to spray my hands. When I spray my hands, it will help to give me a better, give me that white one. Give me a white spoon. That's fine. Whoa, my hands are slippery. Slippery, slippery, slippery. Okay, and
okay.
Gonna put that. Just make a circle out of it, and we're gonna.
Now we play Mrs. Patty cakes.
Fish.
Fish patties.
I'm gonna lay it right there. Okay. Now, this recipe, of course, you can use to make up the fish patties, but I'm gonna tell you, it actually will make about 15 patties.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
It's a nice amount. Okay, and it goes very well with whole wheat bread, some tartar sauce,
now you
lettuce
have tartar
and
sauce in your
tomatoes.
cookbook, right? Okay.
And we're going to take that. Now, guess what? If you say, okay, what else can I do with that? You can also make fish sticks out of it, all right, as well. And just make them smaller.
Just make them smaller and longer, and you have fish sticks.
You got fish sticks.
Okay.
It's amazing. I like this recipe. After you make it up, after you brown on both sides, nice golden brown, then what you would do is you'd put it in the oven. And the temperature is going to be about 325 degrees.
Okay.
And you would actually let it bake for about 25 minutes. Because now remember now, we got split peas and stuff in it, so you want to make sure that the middle of it is not soft.
Okay.
All right? That will actually harden it out, okay?
I know we had this last night, and a whole wheat bun and lettuce and tomatoes. And it was a very good eating.
One more.
Okay.
Let's get one more going here. Okay.
All right.
And
fish
see, I
patties.
got my hands nice and greasy.
I'll let you do that. I'm not going to get my hands dirty.
I started to ask you, Curtis.
No,
I said,
well,
maybe Curtis might want to.
No, you're doing a good job,
do
baby.
this himself.
You're doing a good job.
Okay. If you will give me a little bit more oil down this end down here,
okay.
Then just a little bit down just around down the side and over here on this corner, and that way we can make sure all of it turns nice and brown. Okay. And we're going to turn our fire up. Okay. And that's going to get
Shall I
it
cover
cooking,
this or what?
and we're going to put the lid on top, and what will happen is once it browns, it'll brown on one side, nice golden brown, and it will also turn a nice golden brown on the second side as well. And then at that point, you just take and lay them on a cookie sheet, one layer at a time. And when you do that, and within 10 minutes, they're ready to go.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we need to take a break. And what do you think?
Yes, we need to take a break because we still got a couple more recipes to work with. This is not over yet, so stay by.
Would you like to learn more about preparing healthful vegetarian dishes? If so, then you want to be sure to order our free Abundant Living resource sheet. It contains useful information about products and cookbooks that will help you to learn more about this natural way of cooking. Along with your order, we would also like to include a free copy of the booklet, The Natural Way to Keep in Shape. This 20-page booklet is filled with tips that will help you to develop a total lifestyle approach to health. To receive both the Abundant Living resource sheet and The Natural Way to Keep in Shape, call us at 800-752-3226 during regular business hours. Call and ask for this special offer today.
Now, this next recipe is fantastic because it's actually called skillet cabbage. Let's look at the recipe.
Okay.
It calls for 3 cups of cabbage shredded, 1 cup of onions sliced, 1 garlic clove minced, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of tarragon, 1 tablespoon of sweet basil, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and that is optional.
Okay, now you're talking about an anti-cancer meal.
Talk about anti-cancer.
This is it right here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting ready to put in the olive oil so we can get that nice and go in there because we're going to use the onions and garlic to start off. We're going to smell the place out.
Okay.
Right. Give me a spatula over there, Curtis, please.
All right.
I'm sorry, one of these. This particular one, so I can actually just move this around the pan.
The cabbage family.
The cabbage family.
Brussels
Talk a little bit
sprouts,
about that while I'm
broccoli.
putting this together.
Yeah, cabbage family, the Brussels sprouts, broccoli in particular. There's a lot of research done on this whole family, particularly the crucifers is what we call it. And John Hopkins, Baltimore, Maryland, advocates broccoli in particular as a cancer fighter to assist those going through cancer treatment. So this is very profound as far as anti-cancer food. But the cabbage is part of that family as well, so cabbage can be included as well.
And you know, in that cabbage family also, we got broccoli. You said we got Brussels sprouts, and we have
and the cabbage, yeah.
And the cabbage family. So,
those are main ones. There's others too, but those are the main ones in that family.
People have said to me things like, well, I heard the word cruciferous. What exactly is that? Well, that's actually the family we just talked about, the cabbage, the broccoli, the cabbage. They're all a part of that group as well. Kale and also kale greens and also collard greens are a part of that family too. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the cabbage on top. Yes, indeed. You know, we did a program one time where people said, can she possibly get all that cabbage in that pan? And the answer is yes, we can. Yes, we can, all right? And you're going to make it, you know, shred it. And all we're going to do at this point is take our seasonings, and we've got the seasonings we're going to put on top. And these seasonings are sweet basil, the tarragon, and also a little bit of salt. We're going to put our lid on. I haven't done a cayenne pepper yet, but we're going to put our lid on top of that.
Let that cook down a little bit?
Last one, yes. It actually will cook down.
Oh, okay.
It is fantastic, and it keeps you from having a lot of, people say they get flatulence when they do cabbage. Well, you don't get it because we're not using that water. The water's already in the cabbage. It will base its own self. And you know what? We still got one more recipe, so let's go to the last recipe. 4 cups of red kidney beans cooked, 1 1/2 cup of water, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1 tablespoon of chicken-style seasoning, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of coriander, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Now, this is a real good one. Very, very quick and easy to make. All you have to do is put your oil in your pan, and we're going to start
red beans.
We're going to start up. This is really a good one, Curtis. Talk a little bit about the red beans. How good are the beans? As far as
of course, the
fighters?
legume family. Any of the legume family is part of an anti-cancer program, particularly a lot of good research on colon cancer in particular. So according to the American Institute of Cancer Research, done a lot of research on that, and so red beans is part of the legume family, and the fiber as well. I think that's one of the reasons why they suggest it has a lot of anti-cancer properties.
And it's very beautiful in color. You know,
yes,
I love
it
the
is.
color and everything in this one. This one has, like I said, the cumin, the coriander, the chicken style seasoning, and the onion powder. And all we're going to do is just sprinkle that right on top.
All the
the longer it sits, the better it gets. You know, and the seasoning's beautiful.
Yes.
And what we're going to do is we're going to put that top on, and it just simmers. It comes to a boil, and then it simmers, and then after it simmers, it's ready to go. How about that?
And that was fast and easy.
Easy and fast.
Now, this can be, well, not really a one-dish meal, but what would you have with this?
You can serve this up with brown rice. You can serve it with brown rice. Is a real good idea to put it with brown rice. If you think all the food we showed you is just too much for you to eat, you can always, of course, send us some of it. But anyway, you know, what can I say?
So brown rice.
Brown rice can go with this dish, and you have one dish, and you've got the fish and all the other ones as well, you know. And so it just simmers for about 10 minutes on low. Okay.
And we could just sample some of this at the end?
We're going to get the sample some of it at the very end, you know. And once again, all these recipes are available in our cookbook.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go away, and we're going to come back, and we're going to show you the final product, so stay by.
Would you like to learn more about preparing healthful vegetarian dishes? If so, then you want to be sure to order our free Abundant Living resource sheet. It contains useful information about products and cookbooks that will help you to learn more about this natural way of cooking. Along with your order, we would also like to include a free copy of the booklet, The Natural Way to Keep in Shape. This 20-page booklet is filled with tips that will help you to develop a total lifestyle approach to health. To receive both the Abundant Living resource sheet and The Natural Way to Keep in Shape, call us at 800-752-3226 during regular business hours. Call and ask for this special offer today.
Well, look at the finished
product.
I'm telling you, we have made a green and orange salad.
Yes, we have.
And then we've made fish cakes.
Mm-hmm.
And on
Golden
top of
brown.
that, we've got our skillet cabbage. Mm-hmm. And we have our savory red beans.
The cancer fighters.
I'm telling you,
All
this
right.
is good. Good.
Wonderful, my dear. Now, how about sampling what about the fish cake, baby?
Well, we're going to wait till the show is over, Curtis.
Okay, the show's just
then
about over now.
we will get everything we're supposed to get at the end
we're gonna have
of
to wait?
the show. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
well,
sir.
I'm
yes,
planning
sir.
on saying that. Okay.
All righty. Everything is ready. These are all the cancer fighter foods. Very, very colorful, beautiful in presentation. And anybody.
Can you say? Anybody can do this. Very easy to prepare, and of course, and those who may not even have cancer, this is just a good food to eat on a daily basis.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, as always, we close with John 10:10. Jesus said, I come, that they might have life and have it more abundantly. See you next time.